Hello and welcome to the second A block of today's one-on-one sports webcast. I'm Jason Mock.
And I'm Ryan Ballack. We have a great show for you today, but let's get things started with the quick hitters.
Rushing for 2,000 yards in a single season is beyond impressive. Adrian Peterson, however, did it within a year of tearing an ACL, and he's declared that his goal for 2013 is to rush for 2,500 yards. Ryan, is this even possible?
Look, coming off an ACL, a torn ACL for Adrian Peterson, where every single person and their mother projected him to have a bad year, the guy defies all odds and comes 9 yards short of the rushing record. And that's one of the most unbreakable records in sports. Mm-hmm. And you need to tell me that Adrian Peterson can't average, I did the math before this, 156 and a quarter yards a game? I'll give it to him. I think he's got a shot.
I mean,
it's going to be hard.
It will. For him to do that, he would have to break it in week 14, 13, and then get to 25. I think it would be tough.
I thought you were saying break 2,500.
If there's any running back who could do it, it's him. But I think he's going to be limited because they play a lot of offenses this year that will have the possession for more. And more importantly, they're trying to figure out their quarterback situation. Christian Ponder will make some more throws, and Greg Jennings is there too.
I mean, I guess, but they still. I mean, it's just, I think he has an opportunity to do it, and I think he's going to take advantage of the opportunity. He's in the prime of his career. He had a really slow start to the season last year and totally picked it up. If he continues, he could break this record.
It all depends on how many times he gets the ball. That's for sure.
Red Sox ace Clay Buchholz is off to the best start of his career, posting a 6-0 record. However, Toronto Blue Jays commentator Jack Morris thinks Clay Buchholz is using a spitball to aid him. Assuming that Buchholz is using a spitball, do you think a spitball is fair or foul when it comes to baseball?
Well, I mean, it's illegal, and clearly the players don't like it, but let's face it, it's not like it's an easy pitch.
The pitchers like it, I'm sure.
Yeah, pitchers do too. It's not an easy pitch to throw.
That's true.
I mean, it takes. They risk the fact that they could throw a ball, or if there's a runner on, they could throw it behind the backdrop. So it is tough, but I mean, it's similar to a spitter, I think, or a splitter, excuse me. I think that the batters can adapt to it and figure it out.
I guess, but think about this. The hardest thing to do in professional sports is to hit probably a 99-mile-per-hour fastball and then adjust to hit a 67-mile-per-hour curveball. Could you imagine the next pitch being a 96-miles-per-hour knuckleball? That's absurd. The spitball existed way long ago, and also in a game called Backyard Baseball, which is a video game and a special power-up you get. You get the super fast pitch, the elevator, and the spitball, none of which should be legal in professional sports. So spitball, definitely cheating. Get out of here.
So what would the fastest fastball be, 130?
Oh, Randy Johnson throwing the incredibly atomic fireball. Good night. No chance for the hitters.
That's all. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see if more pitchers try throwing it again. The Knicks went up 3-0 against the Celtics in the first round. After the Celtics won Game 4, both teams headed back to New York for Game 5. Kenyon Martin, predicting a win to the end of the series, instructed his teammates to wear black before the game to mimic a funeral as the end of the Celtics season. And, of course, the Knicks lost that game. Ryan, was this action by the Knicks players fair or foul?
Well, obviously, my first thought is this is definitely Kenyon Martin, which is just kind of funny.
It is very Kenyon Martin.
I mean, obviously, it was pretty frowned upon by the entire league, and Mike Woodson wasn't pleased when they lost the game. But the Knicks have been dominated by the Celtics over the last 5 years, and they've been humiliated a multiple amount of times. I mean, they get Amari and they get Carmelo, and they get swept in the first round. They used to lose by 50 points when that team had Eddie Curry.
Be able to do it.
No, they should be able to do it. They come and they want to embarrass the Celtics. They won that game, and they wore all black. That would have been awesome.
They lost.
And then they won the next game.
Okay, but the Knicks have not won a playoff series in 13 years.
Right, that's why they're trying to make a
last time they won a playoff
it.
series, we were 8. The Lord of the Rings series was not out. Gas was $1.50. They have not won in so long. And the Celtics have the most championships in NBA history. If there's any team to do it to, it's not them.
Look, the Knicks haven't made a headline in 13 years or whatever since the last time they won a playoff, so why not try and do this?
If they can do it this year in the playoffs, next year, yeah, maybe get a little bit ballsy, but they can't do it now. They have not proven anything yet as the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Well, they did beat the Celtics, which was a pretty big stepping stone for them, at least.
For them, yeah.
Bryce Harper got ejected from Sunday's game in the first inning for arguing a called third strike. Professional athletes are getting younger and younger every single day, Jason. Do you think these athletes are getting too full of themselves too early on in their career?
Look at it this way. If Bryce Harper were to retire today, it would never happen. But if he did,
he's not even 20 years old.
As a baseball player in his career, what would you remember about him? I would remember one mediocre and probably overrated rookie season, and that's it.
Are you kidding me?
He hasn't proven anything yet.
This guy is the LeBron James out of high school for baseball.
He
and
is.
the one thing you remember is
He
a
is.
lousy rookie year when he won Rookie of the Year.
Because he's not even like 23 or 24. He needs to prove himself first.
He's making a name for himself. He's been a great person with the media. I think this is okay for young players. I mean, young players grew up. These kids are our age. They grew up watching Rasheed Wallace get technicals every game. They grew up watching Roger Clemens throw a broken baseball bat on Mike Piazza.
But Roger Clemens was not 20 when he did this. He proved himself.
Yeah, but
after
these were their
professional
idols,
experience.
and they are professional athletes. And now these people are professional athletes. And as a professional athlete, they have the right to defend themselves while they're playing a game.
I think they can do it once they prove themselves. Maybe when he's 26, 27. But not only that,
So
Nationals
you can't
haven't done
argue
anything
call for
yet.
the first 8 years of your career.
No, you can argue it, but
Why not make a name for yourself? This is Bryce Harper, the player of our generation. Go out and make a name for yourself. I like what Bryce is doing.
Fair enough. That'll conclude this A block, but stick around because when we return, Jake will be joined by our experts to talk baseball. Don't go anywhere.